The Malaysian Grand Prix has always been a place where heat, humidity, and heart combine to create chaos on the track. The younger Márquez crossed the finish line to take his third victory of the season. Moment that not only sealed his status as one of MotoGP's most improved riders, but also confirmed his place as runner-up in the World Championship behind his legendary brother, Márquez Dade. It was the first time this season he had won outside Spain, having already triumphed at Jerez and Catalunya earlier in the year. And this one, in the unforgiving Malaysian heat, felt like a statement. The race began under a brutal sun, the tarmac shimmering as the grid lined up. Pole sitter Francesco Bagnaia sat poised on his Ducati, confident after a strong sprint race victory the day before. Beside him, Alex Márquez, cool under pressure, his focus unbroken. The two riders knew what was at stake: pride, momentum, and the satisfaction of ending the season strong. Behind them, Pedro Acosta, the fearless young talent who has taken the MotoGP world by storm, waited for his chance to attack. When the lights went out, Bagnaia launched off the line, taking a narrow lead into the first corner. Acosta tucked in close, while Márquez shadowed both men, watching, studying, waiting for his moment. That moment came early, at the start of the second lap, through one of Sepang's long, flowing corners. Márquez saw the gap and committed, sweeping past Bagnaia with precision and confidence. The Ducati-Gresini machine roared down the straight, and from that point onward, Alex Márquez never looked back. Behind him, chaos was brewing. Bagnaia tried to keep pace, but the heat, the pressure, and the relentless attacks from Acosta began to take their toll. The battle for second place grew fierce as the laps went by. Each corner became a test of nerve and tire endurance, with the two Spaniards, one a rising star, the other a world champion, trading tenths of a second lap after lap. As Márquez pulled clear, Acosta's patience began to wear thin. By lap 13, the KTM rider made his move, diving past Bagnaia under braking to seize second place. It was an aggressive but clean maneuver, a sign that Acosta's racecraft was already matching his raw speed. The crowd erupted, sensing that something special was unfolding. But at the front, there was no catching Alex Márquez. His pace was relentless, his lines clean, his rhythm flawless. Each sector time flashed green on the timing screens as he stretched his lead to over 2 seconds. For a rider who began the weekend with 2 crashes on Friday and an imperfect feeling with the bike, the turnaround was remarkable. By the halfway mark, Márquez was in a race of his own. The battle behind him between Acosta and Bagnaia intensified, but it only worked to his advantage. Every lap they fought, Márquez extended his cushion. When Acosta finally cleared Bagnaia, it was too late. The gap had grown beyond reach. The only thing that could stop Márquez now was himself. Bagnaia's afternoon went from difficult to disastrous. His Ducati began showing signs of mechanical trouble, and with just a few laps to go, the Italian's race ended prematurely. It was a cruel blow after such a promising start to the weekend. For Márquez, though, it was just more confirmation that today was his day. He crossed the finish line with a time of 40 minutes and 9.249 seconds, more than 2 seconds clear of Acosta, who finished a strong second. Joan completed the podium in third, giving Honda a rare reason to smile in what has been a challenging season. Franco Morbidelli and Fabio Quartararo rounded out the top 5, while further down the order, several riders struggled to manage tire wear in the scorching Malaysian conditions. As Márquez pulled into Parc Fermé, the emotions were clear on his face: relief, joy, pride. He had done it, and he had done it in style. "We suffered 2 crashes on Friday," he admitted afterward. "The feeling was not perfect, but the team worked hard, and I'm really happy." It's a really important win for us to celebrate second in the championship. It was a victory built not just on speed, but on strategy and resilience. Márquez knew that Sepang was a track that rewarded patience and punished aggression. He managed his tires with the precision of a veteran, never over-pushing, never panicking. Every lap was executed with the kind of discipline that has often been overshadowed by his brother's legendary flair. But today, Alex stepped into the spotlight on his own terms. This victory also carried deeper emotional weight. Marc Márquez, the newly crowned 9-time world champion, was absent from the race due to a season-ending shoulder injury. Watching from home, he saw his younger brother rise in his absence, a symbolic passing of the torch, even if just for a day. Alex dedicated part of his post-race comments to Mark, saying that he hoped his win brought some joy to the team and family during what had been a tough few weeks. For the fans, it was a reminder of just how much talent runs in the Márquez family. Two brothers, two world-class riders, both capable of extraordinary performances. Mark may have the titles, but Alex has carved his own identity. One built on patience, hard work, and a never-say-die attitude. This season, Alex has been Ducati-Gresini's quiet warrior. While Mark dominated headlines with his comeback, Alex quietly pieced together a campaign of consistency and growth. 3 wins, several podiums, and a runner-up finish in the World Championship. A career best achievement. He may not have had the explosive brilliance of his brother's early years, but his progress has been undeniable. Even more impressive is how he has evolved as a rider. Gone is the overly cautious racer of years past. In his place stands a man who understands the game. The balance between aggression and control, the importance of setup, the mental focus required to withstand the sport's relentless demands. This victory in Malaysia encapsulated all of that. It wasn't an easy weekend. Friday's crashes could have derailed his confidence. Instead, they served as fuel. The team rebuilt both bikes under immense time pressure, while Márquez worked with his crew to fine-tune every detail. By Saturday afternoon, the rhythm was returning. By Sunday, he was unstoppable. As he celebrated on the podium, his eyes reflected a mix of exhaustion and satisfaction. The heat of Sepang had tested every rider's endurance, but for Márquez, it was more than physical. It was mental. He knew that with the championship already decided, this race was about pride, about proving that even without the title on the line, he could dominate. Behind the scenes, Ducati-Gresini engineers were ecstatic. This victory further cemented their team's growing reputation as one of the most competitive independent squads on the grid. Beating the factory Ducatis on merit in equal machinery is no small feat. And doing it with a rider who just a few years ago was dismissed as the other Márquez makes it even sweeter. The team's success also highlights the evolution of MotoGP itself. The grid has never been closer, the margins never tighter. Riders like Alex Márquez are proof that determination and teamwork can bridge any gap, even against factory giants. But while the win was sweet, the day wasn't without sobering moments. Earlier in the afternoon, the Moto3 race had been delayed after a frightening collision involving newly crowned champion José Antonio Rueda and Swiss rider Noah Detweiler during the sighting lap. Both riders were airlifted to hospital but were later confirmed to be conscious. In his post-race interview, Márquez dedicated a few words to them, his tone subdued. "My prayers and thoughts are with the Moto3 guys," he said. "Still in my stomach, I have some stressed feeling, so just keep fingers crossed for them." It was a reminder that in MotoGP, triumph and tragedy often share the same stage. Every victory carries with it the awareness of risk, a reality that riders live with every time they line up on the grid. For Alex Márquez, however, Malaysia 2025 will be remembered as one of his finest hours. It was the culmination of a season that saw him evolve from a solid performer into a genuine contender. With 3 wins to his name, a championship runner-up position secured, and a growing sense of confidence, he has proven that he belongs among MotoGP's elite. As the season winds down and the paddock looks toward Valencia, the conversation has already shifted. Can Alex carry this momentum into next year? Can he challenge his brother for the title head-on when Mark returns fully fit? The thought alone sends a buzz through the MotoGP world. For now though, Alex Márquez can bask in the glow of a hard-earned victory. The Malaysian Grand Prix wasn't just another win. It was a message. A message that he's no longer just Mark's younger brother. He's a winner in his own right. A fighter. A name that demands respect. And as the Ducati-Gresini team packed up their garages under the blazing Sepang sun, there was a sense that this was just the beginning. The Márquez brothers' story is far from over. And if Alex's form in Malaysia is any indication, the next chapter promises to be electric. In the end, the race at Sepang delivered everything MotoGP fans crave. Drama, skill, emotion, and redemption. And at the center of it all stood Alex Márquez, calm, composed, and victorious. A rider who has fought in the shadows for years, now stepping firmly into the light. His third win of the season wasn't just another trophy. It was the confirmation of his transformation. Because in MotoGP, winning once can be luck. Winning twice shows potential. But winning 3 times in a season, in different conditions, on different continents, against different rivals, that's what marks a true contender. And Alex Márquez has just proven he is exactly that.